for having us here tonight. We're absolutely delighted to be pitching to your strategic funding group. Some of you know us, some don't. So Shivia's mission is to empower some of the very poorest people in the world to create livelihoods, boost their income and inspire positive permanent change in their lives. We work in India, in northeast India, in the state of West Bengal, which is one of the poorest but most populous states. We work in 920 villages in 4 field locations around the city of Calcutta. We run three programs. One's in poultry, one's in agriculture, and one's in goats. But tonight I'm going to talk to you about our poultry, because that's what we pitched to Tiffin for before, and that's what we'd like you to help us with tonight. So Poultry Development Services is actually our flagship program and what we've got a bit of a reputation for. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. So what it is it's helping very, very poor, mainly women, start poultry enterprise from home. And we give them the toolkits and the training so they can start and sustain these businesses. We provide a poultry toolkit that costs us about £15, and the farmers contribute about £5 to that. Changes a little bit depending on the exchange rate, but that's roughly the numbers. And in one poultry toolkit is 10 one-day-old chicks, or ducks in the monsoon time, because they can swim, initial feed, vaccinations, medication, and most importantly, the training for 6 months, so they know how to start and sustain this enterprise, as well as how to save the money when they start earning it. Here is a slide which really shows you and explains to you the impact of our PDS. We're seeing from our social impact assessments that these women are getting about a 30% increase in their household income through selling the eggs alone. And through the eggs, their children's nutrition is improving. The women's are earning great respect in their community by working, often really for the very first time. Invariably, because the women are earning the money, they're choosing to educate their children, because with the extra, they earn about £85 a year from the £15 toolkit. They can buy the books, uniforms, and pay for the fares to get their children to school and to stay in school, which is very important in India. In terms of the numbers, since we started this programme in 2011, we've distributed over 32,800 of these toolkits to 9,000 families. We've, as I said, we're working in 920 villages. And because we train the whole family, it's very important to engage the whole family. We've worked with over 52,000 people. And again, our social impact data shows that 10,800 more children are in school. So it's got a really, really significant and life-changing impact for these families. One of our favourite case studies, some of you might have heard, is this wonderful lady, Shivia, who had nothing, and her husband was very ill. So she joined our programme, and she was very entrepreneurial and innovative. She started a small roadside cafe, where with the eggs, she made omelettes, and she started selling tea and omelettes to truck drivers. Now her husband sadly died, but with the money, she's now able to send her children to school, and no one in her family has been to school before. And she's turned into a real role model in the community, and we're terribly proud of her. So that's it. We've got 9,000 of these stories. Now, there are challenges with our model. It's had a huge impact, but there are challenges. The farmers do rely on us to source the toolkits, because they can't get the economies of scale to get them on their own. They also have to sell their produce at local markets, because they can't afford to get the toolkits further away where they can command higher prices. They also, for us, the training is on an individual level at the moment, so it's more costly. So what we want you to help us with is our next transformative move, which is to form groups so that the farmers can source the toolkits on their own. They can sell the toolkits further afield. And by training the farmers in groups, our costs will go down. But most importantly, the farmers won't be dependent on us anymore, and will achieve the goal of any organisation, which is to let our beneficiaries fly without us. So tonight, I'm asking you to help us raise £23,000 as a minimum, to form 40 groups in 1 year to help 500 of our families in our pilot of this new model. We'll be able to, with that funding, distribute 3,000 toolkits to these groups at a subsidy for every toolkit of £7.60 per toolkit, rather than the £8.78 at the moment. So you can see here with the numbers that by doing that we'll be able to save just over £3,000, and when we scale it for our plan of 10,000 toolkits a year, 10,000 toolkits a year, you can see that we'll be saving £10,000 a year by doing so. So So it will be incredibly effective. And yeah, I just want to really impress on you that our model is making a difference. I've got Joan Chandrani here from India. It coincided with this wonderful event, which I'm delighted about, so they can answer some questions and tell you some stories from the field about how the money really is put to good use and really changing the lives of basically people who shouldn't be living in this world the way some of these farmers are. So please help us to change their lives in a positive way and permanent way. Thank you.